Hi, I'm Donna Jordan from Jordan Fabrics. Today I'd like to show you how to make a pattern called hot crossed buns. This uses yardage, it doesn't use any sort of pre-cut. And I'm going to use...
Donna Jordan wasn't just a quilting teacher. She was a YouTube legend with hundreds of thousands of devoted fans. For nearly a decade, she taught the world how to quilt with warmth, clarity, and heart. So when her videos suddenly stopped, viewers feared the worst. Most people assumed she'd just taken a break, or maybe retired. After all, creators disappear from YouTube all the time. No big deal, right? But here's the truth. Donna didn't just step away from the camera. Something much more heartbreaking happened behind the scenes. I've gone through every public update, hidden details in her last videos, and the emotional announcement from her husband Matt. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the full story, from her rise to internet fame, to the private battle she never shared, to what happens next for Jordan Fabrics. You need to hear this. Because once you know the full truth about Donna Jordan, you'll never watch another tutorial the same way again. She didn't just teach quilting, she changed lives with a needle and thread. Donna Jordan turned a quiet craft into a worldwide phenomenon. Long before she had hundreds of thousands of fans, Donna Jordan was just a woman with a passion and a camera. Her voice was soft, her tone calming, but her presence unmistakable. She wasn't selling anything flashy, she wasn't chasing trends. What she offered was something rare, the feeling of being welcomed, like stepping into the home of a friend who genuinely wanted to teach you something beautiful. But here's where it gets interesting. It wasn't just tutorials she created, it was belonging. Her YouTube channel became a virtual quilting circle, where nervous beginners and seasoned experts came together. Her fans didn't just watch, they stayed. They waited for every upload. They followed her every stitch. And in return, Donna gave them more than instructions. She gave them confidence. She gave them purpose. Don't scroll yet, because this next part is where her story takes a turn no one saw coming. They didn't start with fame. They started with a dream and a garage. Back in 1977, Donna and her husband Matt weren't household names in the quilting world. In fact, they weren't even working out of a store. They were stitching in a small garage, armed with fabric, big ideas, and an even bigger love for the craft and each other. Donna designed, Matt delivered. They drove across towns, selling quilts by hand, learning their customers' names, shaking hands, and sharing stories. It wasn't glamorous, but it was real. But hold that thought, because it connects to something even crazier. Through long hours and late nights, the garage evolved into a storefront, and the storefront became Jordan Fabrics. Not just a shop, but a quilting sanctuary nestled in Grants Pass, Oregon. Fans didn't just shop there, they made pilgrimages. And still, Donna stayed the same, grounded, generous, and fiercely devoted to the art. Stick with me, because this foundation is what makes her next move so powerful. She didn't just fall in love with quilting, she grew up with it stitched into her soul. Donna Jordan was born on April 11, 1958, and from the very beginning, fabric and thread were her playground. While other kids played with toys, Donna played with patterns. Her parents noticed it early. This wasn't just a hobby, it was a hunger. She spent hours experimenting, cutting, sewing, and turning scraps into something magical. As a teen, her room looked less like a bedroom and more like a workshop. And not a single piece of fabric ever went to waste. But listen to this, because it shaped everything that came next. Even while studying at UC San Diego, with textbooks piled high and distractions all around, quilting remained her constant. She'd sneak in stitching between classes, dreaming of patterns when she should have been studying. At the time, the idea of making a career out of quilting felt impossible, but something inside her refused to let go. She wasn't just learning a craft, she was becoming a creator. And soon, one life-changing encounter would turn that passion into a lifelong purpose. It all started with fabric and turned into forever. In 1974, Donna met Matt. Two young dreamers, one shared obsession, quilting. Their first conversations weren't about movies or music. They were about thread counts, color palettes, and the fantasy of one day opening a quilt shop together. For most couples, that would have been a quirky phase. But for Donna and Matt, it was destiny. Their relationship wasn't just romantic, it was built on bolts of fabric and a vision they refused to let go of. But here's where it gets crazy. That vision became Jordan Fabrics. Not overnight, not easily. It took years of grinding, setting up shop in their garage, traveling with quilts in the trunk of their car, talking to customers one-on-one, day after day. Matt handled the logistics, Donna created the art. Together, they were unstoppable, and as the business grew, so did their bond. Fans would later say you could feel their connection in every video. Soulmates who built something bigger than themselves, and what they built was about to go global. She hit record and changed the quilting world forever. In 2015, Donna Jordan made a bold decision. She took her decades of experience, her signature teaching style, and launched it onto YouTube. No studio, no flashy production, just her, a sewing machine, and the belief that quilting could belong to everyone. Her son James stepped in behind the camera, and just like that, the mother-son duo brought Jordan Fabrics into the digital age. What happened next? It exploded. But that's just the beginning. Within a few short years, Donna's tutorials reached hundreds of thousands. Her warmth made you feel like you were sitting across the table from a friend. Her explanations were so clear that even total beginners could follow. Unlike traditional quilting guides, which felt intimidating and stiff, Donna's videos were welcoming, human, and real. She didn't just teach. You felt like she believed in you, and what happened next would prove just how powerful that belief really was. Then, the uploads stopped. For nearly a decade, Donna Jordan's YouTube channel was a constant. Every week, fans tuned in like clockwork, ready to learn, to laugh, to create. But in early 2025, something changed. No new tutorials, just quiet. Only reruns of older videos began appearing, stitched together from her archives. At first, fans assumed it was a break. Maybe she was on vacation. Maybe she was working on a big new project. But here's where the worry kicked in. As days turned into weeks, the silence grew louder. Viewers filled the comment sections with concern. Where was Donna? Was she okay? No one knew. She had always been so consistent, so dedicated. Her absence felt unnatural. Fans started to fear the worst, but still hoped for the best. And then, on March 18th, a video titled "Celebration of Life" appeared. It started like any other tutorial, but 12 minutes in, everything changed. And the truth? It broke hearts across the world. She filmed one last tutorial, without ever saying goodbye. On March 18th, 2025, viewers expected another classic Donna Jordan lesson. The video opened like so many before. Her calm voice, her patient hands, her signature smile. But 12 minutes in, Matt appeared on screen. His voice trembled, his eyes were red. And then he said the words that no one was prepared for. Donna had passed away just 4 days earlier on March 14th. But listen to this, because it will break you. She had been battling a private illness for years. Never complained, never posted about it, never used it for sympathy. Donna just kept teaching, creating, giving. Even as the illness became more aggressive in the last 3 months, she stayed focused on her craft. That final video? It wasn't finished. Her health simply gave out before she could complete it. But Matt uploaded it anyway, not as a tutorial, as a tribute, a final gift from Donna to the community she loved so fiercely. And what happened next proves just how deeply she was loved. The video wasn't polished. It wasn't complete, but it became her most powerful creation. As viewers watched Donna's final tutorial, the reality sank in. This wasn't just another quilt. It was her farewell. Every stitch, every word, carried a weight it never had before. And when Matt appeared, holding back tears, the quilting world stood still. He spoke of Donna's strength, how even in her most painful days, she insisted on filming. She wanted to leave something behind. Not just for the sake of content, but because she knew her fans needed her. And here's the twist. She needed them too. Matt shared that Donna had been surrounded by family, by love when she passed. That she fought quietly, courageously, and never let the illness define her. While he didn't name the disease, many suspected it was cancer. Fans rewatched her last video and began to notice the signs. Her slower movements, her tired eyes. But even then, she kept showing up. For them, for us. For the joy of quilting, and the response to her passing was nothing short of overwhelming. Within hours, the internet lit up, not with outrage, but with love. News of Donna Jordan's passing shattered hearts across the quilting world. But instead of fading into silence, something incredible happened. Thousands of fans from around the globe flooded social media with tributes, not just condolences, stories. Quilters shared how Donna helped them through depression, through grief, through isolation. Some even said she saved their lives. Others posted pictures of the quilts they'd made using her tutorials, each one now a memorial stitched in fabric. But here's where it gets even more powerful. They didn't just say goodbye. They celebrated her. Longtime followers spoke of Donna not as an instructor, but as a friend, someone who brought light into their homes week after week. And in every post, one message echoed loudest. Donna wasn't just teaching a craft. She was creating connection. She turned something intimidating into something joyful. She built a global quilting family, and that family wasn't going anywhere, because her legacy wasn't finished yet. You'd think the story ends here, but Donna's family had one more surprise. In the days following her passing, fans began to wonder, what happens to Jordan Fabrics now? Would the channel go dark? Would the tutorials stop? Would Donna's legacy slowly fade away? But then Matt returned, this time not to grieve, but to promise. He stood in front of the camera, holding back tears once more, and told the world Jordan Fabrics would continue. Donna's mission to make quilting accessible and joyful wasn't over. Not by a long shot. But wait, there's more. Their 4 children, Michelle, Monica, James, and Peter, had all played roles in the family business. James, who helped build Donna's YouTube channel from the ground up, would continue filming and editing. Michelle and Monica would help run operations. Peter would support from behind the scenes. Together, they would carry Donna's torch. Future videos would feature never-before-seen footage, new projects inspired by her vision, and the same heart that made Donna a legend. So don't scroll just yet, because her story is still unfolding.